What's up, people? It's Covenant. I was going to talk about the difference between a bearded clam and a pink taco, but my wife thought that'd be hilarious, so I reconsidered. Bringing you guys something a little different today. It's Quake Live. Check it out in all its glory. And you know what's funny? This engine, of course, is old. The engine that this runs on is the iTTF engine. It's old as shit. You know, it came out in 1999 for crying out loud, but you know what? This is the same engine, the very same engine that the Call of Duty series runs off of. Of course, with a few tweaks, like a few texture tweaks and stuff like that, but it's interesting. Anyway, this is one of two matches that I played yesterday, and it was the first time that I played Quake in like the last 6 months because, you know, I've just been playing a lot of Xbox, you know, a lot of Call of Duty. I was playing the Battlefield beta, I was playing some Medal of Honor, you know, Halo, all that shit. And I've really just been caught up and haven't really been able to play Quake Live in a long time. But, you know, Quake is my roots, so here you go. This is what I'm showing you guys today. And what this is, in case you're confused or in case you don't know Quake, you know, Quake or how it works, this is ICTF or iCTF. Basically, Instagib is everybody has a railgun, which is this awesome, super handy one-shot kill laser rifle that I have right here, and it's a one-hit kill. Easy as that. Or so you would think, but it actually takes a lot of practice to get, you know, as good as what you see, and you know. Like, I started playing Quake when in like '99 when it came out. I started playing Instagib like a year later when that came out. And in 2001, 2002, I started playing semi-pro Instagib. Or actually, I think then Insta Unlagged was already out, which was cool because it was shot prediction and all that shit that, you know, before wasn't available. And oh, damn! At least I got that fucker right. But yeah, I used to play Insta, like, you know, semi-pro. Like, I played in a couple of leagues, I played some tournaments. I made a little bit of money, but it was nowhere near what a lot of those big pros, you know, used to make. But Quake is my roots. It's a lot of fun. If you guys get a chance, man, if you're not on Quake Live, or, you know, if this is the first time you're seeing this and you're like, oh, that looks kind of interesting, and go ahead and make an account. You know, you can add me as a friend or whatever. You can see my gamer tag right there on the screen. In case you guys are wondering what that clan tag is, the FO, that stands for Flying Objects. I'm actually in this little group. We do Quake 3 trick jumping as well, and I'll actually leave you guys a link to the last trick jumping movie that, look at this shit, that I fucking get stuck in the water. I'll leave you guys a link to the last trick jumping movie that we did. It was like, you know, team trick jumping. If you're interested, you can click it, and it's actually a lot of fun. I mean, it's a lot of hard work to do like team trick jumping. You wouldn't think that it would be, but it really is. So yeah, you guys can check that shit out. And oh man, I started off this match so strong, but at some point I just start slacking hard, man. Like, you guys can see a lot of these snapshots at the beginning, just, you know, slap of the wrist and bam, right? But man, after a while, my freaking target acquisition was just lacking. It was lacking so hard. And yeah, you know what's really funny? Like, I've been thinking a lot about this whole, you know, Call of Duty fanboy versus Battlefield 3 fanboy shit that's going on right now. And it's funny because there's always this fucking video game rivalry. We've always had this video game rivalry. I remember with Quake 3, right? I mean, I was playing Quake 3 and I was playing CS 1.6. You know, Counter-Strike 1.6. But there were a lot of people, you know, who like a Counter-Strike player would come into Quake 3 and they'd be like, oh yeah, you know, I play Counter-Strike, so I'm so much better than you guys, and it's a better game, and blah blah blah. And, you know, Quake players would go and play Counter-Strike and be like, oh, Counter-Strike players are noobs, look, I'm owning you guys, you know. It's like, just like Call of Duty and Battlefield, you can't compare the two games. They're two completely different games. I mean, look at Quake 3. It's a very fast-paced, futuristic deathmatch style shooter. Okay, and Counter-Strike has always been more of a slow-paced, tactical, it's a very skill-based shooter. You know, I'll say that.
Your team has the
Quake 3 actually is also a very skill-based shooter. I mean, Quake 3 and Counter-Strike are pretty much neck and neck. Like, you see a lot of these video game, you know, these articles on video game websites and stuff, and you know, they'll list like the hardest games to master. And spots 1 and 2 are always Quake and Counter-Strike. It doesn't matter what list you go to. You know, on some lists it's Quake, on some lists it's Counter-Strike. I guess it just depends on the personal skill or the personal playstyle of the person writing the article, right? I mean, but you know, that's all it is. You can't compare the two games. They're both very skill-based games, and I love Call of Duty. I also like Battlefield a lot. I play both of them, and both of those games are noob shooters. I'm sorry. You know, both of the games are noob shooters. I mean, of course, a higher skill set will set you above the rest. Of course, it's that way in anything that you do. But when it comes to the learning curve, okay, you know, by noob shooter, I mean, I'm not saying that any game sucks or whatever. By noob shooter, I mean that you can pick it up and you can play it. You know, you pick it up, you learn the controls, and you can play the game, and you can have fun. You can get a few kills, you know, and that's okay. That's what I mean by noob shooter. It's not meant as a derogatory statement towards either game. Look at this shit. Look at this fucking. Oh, here. Come on, die. Come on, die. Got him. But you know, it's like, if you play any Quake or Counter-Strike player will tell you this: if it's your first time jumping on Quake or your first time jumping on Counter-Strike, you will not get one single kill. Not one. Not a single one. If you, like, maybe in a gun game lobby, maybe, or in Quake, maybe in an Instagib lobby like this one, if you're lucky. Right? Like, if you're just standing there camping and waiting for somebody to come out of a door, and if you're quick enough on the click, then you might get a kill if you're lucky. But besides that, you're just gonna get owned. You're gonna get fucking owned. And you know, like I said, any Quake or Counter-Strike player will tell you that. That's just how it is. They are harder games to master. So yeah, but oh man, I love Quake. I love strafe jumping around. I love moving faster than the speed of light. I love Instagib. I love all weapons. I love Clan Arena. It's an amazing game. And you know, you guys are going to see a lot more Quake up. You're also going to see some Counter-Strike up, and you're also going to see some Call of Duty 4 and stuff like that, because until I get an HD PVR, like, I'm not going to be recording exclusively on the PC, but I am going to be recording very often on the PC to get that true 720p quality, because on my monitor, it's real simple just to set the game resolution to 1280 by 720 and record it with fraps, and it looks nice and clean. It's beautiful. You know, I mean, and look at Quake. I mean, the colors, I mean, of course, you know, they're older graphics, they're older textures, but the colors are gorgeous. Just look at this. It's fun to look at. It's to me, it's very entertaining to watch because it's so fast-paced and because there's a lot of skill in it. Yeah, but you know, expect to see more of this. I'm not gonna stop making Call of Duty clips. I'm gonna put up some more Call of Duty comms and stuff. I will make sure to keep doing that because I love playing Call of Duty. I love Xbox. I love playing on the Xbox. But at the moment, now, real quick, you guys are not going to see me for a couple weeks, okay? Because I'm flying to the States in the morning. Right now, it is 1:14 in the morning over here, and I'm flying out at 10:30 in the morning. So you guys aren't going to see me for a couple weeks. I will be visiting Spiral Down. There's a possibility that we may do something together. But I can't guarantee because we both have kids, you know, and there might not be time for it. But yeah, so this match is about to come to an end. My partner is going to be coming in with the blue flag here in a sec. Oh, and fail on the gauntlet. I can't believe I missed that shit. Here he goes. Game winning. Alright guys, hope you liked it. See you later.